Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today I will explain about the deep sea diving animals and their respiratory system question and answer. So basically for this title we have provided four different questions and also the four different answers. So the first question is what happens when the deep sea diving animal reach deep sea level with high pressure? So the answer is when the deep sea diving animals reach a deep sea level with high pressure, such as example whale or anything else, they will change the anatomical and also the physiological body function. So why they doing this thing? Because to withstand the crushing pressure in deep sea condition. So in simple word, we can say that most of the deep sea animal, will switch with the current condition, which is the pressure that totally different in deep sea condition compared to the above sea condition. So such an example you can see here. This is a Cuvier deep well, which is the deepest diving marine mammals. I'm not sure how deep they can go, but basically, yeah, it's one of the deepest diving marine mammals in world. So whenever it's come to the deep sea condition, these mammals will fall down their rib cage to collapse their lung and prevent gas action between lung and blood. So when this condition happens, which is the prevention of gas action between lung and blood, lack of nitrogen from gas exchange prevent the nitrogen narcosis, which is nitrogen narcosis, known as drowsiness caused by high blood nitrogen pressure and decompression of sickness. Okay, the next one is the how does deep sea diving affect the respiratory systems in humans or either in animals? So basically there are several reasons or several factors that affect the humans or animals. So the first one is the effect of pressure. As you can see here, it stated that increases level of oxygen will cause the vasoconstriction, increase the blood pressure and reduce heart rate and heart output, which is dangerous for human and animals. And this will increase the level of carbon dioxide accumulation in the body during a dive. So due to the reduced pulmonary ventilation caused by dense gas, this will increase the flow of blood through your brain, which can speed up the oxygen toxicity if you're breathing a high peroxide gas mix. Uh, uh, this explains that the carbon dioxide accumulation will increase the oxygen toxicity, and in this condition with the high level of the oxygen toxicity, it will harmful for our respiratory system. The second one is the effect of cold. So when your body loses heat, the peripheral vasoconstriction intensifies narrowing of your peripheral blood vessel. So when this happens, it makes more blood delivered to the heart, increasing the filling pressure on the right side of the heart and makes it pump more blood. The constriction of the body's small arteries increases the resistance to blood flowing through the periphery of the body, which raises the blood pressure. And the third one is the effect of exercise. During diving, body is exposed to a pressure gradient, which shifts blood from the vessel in length to the chest cavity and increase the volume of blood within your chest by up to the 24 ounce. Heart thus takes in additional 6 to 8 ounce, which is 180 to 240 milliliters of blood, and resulting in enlargement of all four chambers and increase in pressure in your right atrium, a more than 30% increase in cardiac output and slight increase in your overall blood pressure. So the third question, I will describe about how can diving animals survive for a longer time underwater compared to humans. So we will compare what is the speciality that diving animals have compared to the human body. So the first one is there are several factors that enable them to do so. So here we have given you the 5 factors that make them animals or make them have the capability to do so. The first one is the pressure. So as we know, the marine animal, before they take a dive into deep sea condition, they will exhale. So when this animal exhale, the muscular and the efficient characteristic of the lung enable them to exhale 90% of the air in the lungs in any given. So when they exhale, when they exhale means that the 90% of the air in the lungs in any given breath. And then the second one is buoyancy. To reduce the buoyancy, they exhale before dive as removing oxygen causes the lung to be negatively buoyant. So as you can see that, yeah, several animals, they have negatively buoyant condition compared to human. The third one is the call. So how they, what we can say, reduce the call to the body is by less skin is contact to the cold moving water. So when this condition happen, this will give a long time period to the deep sea animal to survive in a deep sea condition. And the fourth one is the oxygen storage. So mammal animals store the oxygen in their blood and muscles compared to humans. As we know, humans that we only store the oxygen in its blood and we don't store the oxygen in muscles. And they have a high hemoglobin concentration compared to human in blood, and also the myoglobin in the muscle, which both has high affinity for oxygen and are used to store oxygen in the tissue. And the last one is the comprehension sickness and nitrogen narcosis. The structure of the animal lungs create two pulmonary regions, afield and collapse respectively. And these create ventilations, perfusion mismatch, and these allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to be absorbed by the bloodstream and minimize action of nitrogen. And the last question is how lung capacities affect the respiratory adaptation of marine animals. So when we talk about the lung capacity of marine mammals, what we can say or what we can conclude that the lung capacity of marine animals seems to be larger than terrestrial and mammals, and this show that buoyancy enables these mammals to raise at the sea. And lung is an oxygen store and seems that it will be important only to those species that have breath hold tolerance. Those species with a large breath hold tolerance, the lung oxygen will store a small fraction of that stores. So here is the reference for our answer, and that's it. Thank you.